What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Maroon Radio. My name is Safari. This is our episode, I don't know what, but I have some very special guests. Two people who I grew up listening to, two of the coolest names I ever came across on the internet, surfing the web for artists. So many words, not enough time, but they're multifaceted, multi-talented. Every time I look up, they're doing something new. They have a new skill that they're sharpening, a new way that they're approaching the game. Who do I have here with me today?
Chelsea Reject.
And Tina. Thank you so much for that introduction.
For real, that was
For
really
sure.
nice.
Where have y'all been? It's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Since y'all been on camera for like a real sit-down interview. So what's taking so long for y'all to come together as a group? Because I feel like unofficially y'all were like a group for mad long, and now it's a real thing. It seems to start to materialize. So what's going on?
I'll say, honestly, it was just life, you know? Like, I was still learning myself and, like, within the industry and just learning what I like, what I don't like, and, like, who to really be around and, like, how to hone my creativity. So I think we just been living life, and then we just came together by the grace of God, to be honest. I can't really tell you why, but
Yeah.
we always, we'll always, like, be doing separate things and then come back together, like.
So it's really a team rather than a group, or like a just an official type, Floetry type duo. You know what I'm saying? Instead of that, it's more like a team because we do really believe in each other. And yeah, all these years, it really just been me living life, learning a lot of things about myself that I felt was important to learn even before continuing on to make more music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, now this is where we meet.
That's definitely important for you to gather yourself before you step out there into the world, because eyes are always on, people always have something to say, and as long as you're solid in yourself, that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? Before you start. But let's backtrack a little bit. How did you two meet however long ago that formed such a strong trust in each other and creative synergy?
We met 12 years ago. I think I found you on Facebook, for real. I think that we first talked on Facebook because I was just lurking.
We did that.
I'm an only child, so I was lurking about, like, trying to find other people who are into what I'm into, you know what I mean? And
Very driven to find what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wasn't fully making music. I was really in the poetry scene, but I didn't feel fully, like, accepted by that scene, you know? And then everyone that I knew about making music, they were really dope. Like, for instance, AK the Savior.
Yeah, from
Underachievers. Yeah, he went to high school with me, and he saw me doing poetry. He's like, why are you doing poetry? You should rap, bro. So that was my first, like, push into rapping, and then I found out about you. I don't even know, probably through Big Ear.
Yeah, I was literally going to say, so the first time we actually met, because we used to build our rapport on Facebook, then we decided to start building in person, and we said, let's meet up, and we ended up meeting up at a mutual producer's house, one that we really respected. His name was Big Ear. So we were like, yeah.
Do y'all remember what that first session was like, what the first song was?
I didn't have any songs.
Yeah.
I think I had one. And
So it was all just like faith and whatever was
Yeah,
gonna happen?
Yeah, we
I
just
had
really...
one.
Nah, you had...
or two, I think.
You had an album.
No,
that day
not
we
when
didn't
I met
create.
you.
Yeah, really?
I didn't make the album till college.
Stop it, because I
only
feel
had-
like that thing has been a part of my life.
Nah,
Like I used to...
I only had like 2 songs when I met you.
So it was that then.
And I
guess
had
we just
recorded it
connected.
like at home on my computer. Like, I was learning little stuff, but it was
That's good, so it
super
means it
low
was-
quality. But like, they were impressed by it, which was weird to me. I was
Highly.
like, huh, okay. But I was only planning to go away to school, so music wasn't something like my mom really saw as something I'd be allowed to do. She gave me like an ultimatum. It's like, you go to school or you can't live here. You get me? So
You Caribbean?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Both of y'all?
Yeah, I'm Haitian.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like, how did both of y'all tribes take it to like, nah, I'm taking this artist thing all the way, or did they not really?
Oh, they didn't take it. My mom
didn't take
my mom was like,
Still not
either you
taking
do music or you get about this crib.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I lived with my dad, so he
Capitalism
let me
puts the
do what I
pressure.
want to do.
I mean, like, either you go to school or you gotta get to the crib. So I went to college because I was forced to, but it also gave me a place to do the music because I went to Purchase, so it gave me a place to do the music
so
that she
right?
told me not to do. Yeah, facts.
Dang. Okay. What'd you major in?
I majored in new media and studio and composition. I tried to double major, which is crazy.
But still, okay. That tells me like your intentions were always set on what you're ended up doing now. You're probably doing way better than any of those people you was in class with. You know what I mean?
I'm weak. I don't even remember those people. I was too smacked. I'm sorry. Love you guys down.
Okay, right. So going up until today, you guys had collaborations over the year, like on your first album, maybe first official album, Complex. It was Go with CJ Fly.
Yeah,
it's crazy since then. Then you had the recent stuff like Delays. You had Focus, and you had Vogue. Vogue, who did the hook on that? It was you, right?
Yeah.
Infectious, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's really like scratches a part of my brain that I can't
I love
really.
That.
Yeah. How do you come up with your melodies? And how do you come up with your lyrics? Because you're very poignant and very blunt in your face. It's motivational. Like I feel like you could like work at the gym and like really get people like moving. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's your like intentions, but yeah. How you guys come up with your stuff?
I think honestly we don't try to come up with any, like, if I play something like for example, Vogue, it's a beat I had for like a year and I did not know what to do with it. She heard it, starts that ooh, ooh, and then from there it's like
yeah. I always used to say like I like to just let the beat tell me what it wants. Like I just be communicating with that thing, and if I feel something for sure and it just comes out naturally, then we're going with that because like it just feels right.
Mm-hmm. So you just said that sometimes you sit on beats, right, Chelsea? But Tina, you said when things are natural, it hits, and you just go from there. So do things always get finished in one session, or if it's a deeper subject matter, do you kind of let things ferment for months and years until like the words come? Like, how does that work?
It just comes, however, because I have taken a year to create a song, and it's one of my favorite songs. It's called Fireflies Colored in Violet, and this guy named Scott Zylo. I took forever to send him that thing. I'm not sure if he knew I was even gonna send it back, but like I love his work, and it challenges me, and if something comes easier, then I just do it. But if it takes a while, then I do it then too. I really like to spend a good amount of time getting to know whichever beat, you know, like it's a person. So it might take a little bit longer to get to know this person than it takes to get to know that person.
Right. And like with her, like things really happen now, like almost instantly. Like if we like it, boom, we'll finish it. Because we're like, it's not even like we're forcing ourselves to finish it, but it's just been
motivating ourselves
more naturally. Like,
do y'all write every day, even if it's like sporadically, like a bar or two, or like a line that comes to mind?
I think a lot, so to me it's like that. I'm like quotes all day in my head, but I do need to write them down a lot more. Yeah,
like I'm the voice notes like queen. Like I will write like ideas for a bar and just write it in here, like a bunch of different random bars, and then
you kind of just patchwork stuff together later. That's real.
Yeah, true. When I write things down, it's more like thoughts, and then I'm like, oh, this thought could go on this.
So deeper into your writing, though, I noticed that there are common themes and threads, motifs, whatever you want to call it. Mindfulness is probably like number one. Protecting your peace, protecting your energy. I play some stuff for my friends, and they're like, yo, turn all this like sage and crystal music off. Like, this is Erykah Badu. What is this? This Lauryn Hill. What is this?
I like that.
And I just want to know, because I've read up on y'all, I've watched some of the interviews y'all have done in the past, and you know, typically with they'll run to those comparisons quick.
Yeah.
So it's great to be compared to the greats and people have come before you, but it must get annoying. And if it does get annoying in some ways, can you talk a little bit about how it does and how important is it to push yourself? And you say, Alex, Tina, Chelsea, like, what's going on?
So me personally, I always felt like I have elements from certain people, but I don't think I sound like anyone like directly. Like, oh, you're trying to be this person. I never felt like I was trying to be anyone. But my biggest inspirations really are like Lupe Fiasco, Kendrick Lamar, and I would say one more, probably like a little bit of Lauren, because my dad put me onto her like rapping. Like, it's funny how money changes. I heard that from my dad. Like, so for me, it's just like I do not mind being compared, but at the end of the day, I feel like if people really listen, they'll understand. Like, I'm just being my own version of myself.
Right.
I think people sometimes, like, the brain just likes to explain things, you know? So they need something to, like, compare it to if they don't know what to say about it. You know, if they find it that moving, sometimes they're like, who moved me like this before? Lauryn Hill. And the thing is, like, my family put me onto, shout out to her. My family put me onto, you know, Fugees, because Wyclef is Haitian, and they championed the Fugees. And so every time I would, like, come visit, and there was a house party or some situation, they would always be being played. So I always had her in the back of my mind. So I feel like that was a sedimented inspiration. And then Erica, you know, things like that. So the people that they probably do compare me to, that's cool. But I'm also knowing that I do my best not to do anything that anybody does. Like, I love myself. And I think I'm great. Sure. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really feel the need to go out and like
be super derivative.
Yeah, I ain't got no sage at the crib, and it hasn't been. I'm not saying I hate sage. That's great, but like I don't got none of that at the crib. But that's funny and beautiful that they, you know, feel like it's like that.
Would you say that's like the biggest misconception of y'all music, that y'all are like pretentious with the spiritual themes and kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak to that. Especially me. Yeah, especially me.
What's like, if y'all can speak to it, what's probably the most cringe or weirdest, I don't want to call it like fan interaction, but I guess supporter of your music or enjoyer of your music interaction that you had? Like, oh, I remember when you were doing this, and it's like, it's just like XYZ.
I've actually had,
see how real that was? Right.
I've actually had like someone hit me up and be like, what happened to all the boom bap? And when I started making like a little bit more like jiggy or trap music, I listened to everything.
Right.
Like, if you know me, I listened to it. I actually wasn't allowed to listen to hip hop growing up. Like,
okay.
My mom was playing like Christian music and contemporary Christian music, which is like just rock bands that are not saying like uplift. It's not gospel, but they're saying uplifting things, so they're considered Christian. You know what I mean? Like anything that had too much beat, she's like, "Oh, turn that off. That's the devil's music."
Yeah, my mom is like, "What's that boom boom doom doom stuff?"
Right,
like,
like that.
It's just the beat.
I feel like sometimes people of older generations don't really realize that the more you try to like hide the world from people, it's just gonna make you desire to look into things for yourself and find out the truth. But I guess something, I have specific songs from each of y'all that I do want to get into.
Okay.
They asked you about Kadota in one interview, Chelsea. You was like, I hate performing that song or something to that effect.
I did. Honestly, it was like I had to make my set longer for Europe, so I was like, I was just like trying to find bones that I didn't finish. Bones is like songs that I'm not sure where they're going, but like it was pretty finished. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just add this to the set out of like I need more time on my set list, and I did it at the end of my set, and like they were like encore again. I was like this, and I was trying to move away from like I guess being as vulnerable because I was on a label at the time, and they were like, "Why is your music sad?" Like you should
to not being as vulnerable. That's whack. This is art.
You should make something dancey. So I started like, all right, maybe I don't know if they want to hear like my real feelings for real, because I wrote that when I was really like going through it.
Did you feel like at the time your audience would have cared about your real feelings, or would they have wanted to hear what the label?
Nah, they wanted my real feelings.
Okay, for sure.
So I'm like, you know what? You just got people don't know what they want to hear for real, but people know what they relate to, and like labels don't care about that. They just want you to make what's the hottest thing right now. So let's say it's like a tick, 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 tick kind of vibe. They want that shit. Right? Or whatever's hot, do that.
Okay. So speaking of whatever's hot, you also put out a new project recently called Bubble Girl. One song that I'm really into off of it, because I feel like the aggression was there, is Matrix.
Word.
So
shout out Stoic, he made that beat.
We're a YouTube producer.
Yeah,
not
he's
YouTube
more
producer,
than
but that's why I first seen his name.
Yeah, he's up on there.
He's big on there too.
Another thing I got when I played y'all's music for my friends, was they talking about what is this, like third eye? What? They talking about conspiracy theories? What? They believe, man, they don't watch the news. Like the news is whatever. Like why would the government lie to us? So
why?
Yeah,
why is hilarious.
I grew up in Long Island. It's not white friends of mine. These are black people. You know what I mean? But
go ahead.
But a lot of people. Me saying I grew up in Long Island threw y'all off a little bit.
No, it was something you said. The people said something.
The consideration.
I'm like,
yeah.
It wasn't that though. It wasn't Long Island.
Okay. But
big up Long Island. Go ahead.
Yeah. Do y'all feel like y'all are recording with y'all tinfoil hats on at all, or Are you pretty
What does
much?
that mean? Like
Like-
space cadet situation?
No,
What
like
that mean?
like
Tinfoil.
conspiracy theorists, like people that are like the government is doing this and that and that.
Oh yeah, that's why I
Honestly,
said that. By the
I
way,
just speak from my experience living in capitalism, and I feel like if you don't see that, then you must be a rich person or you must not understand what's going on around you, because it's very obvious the things that are going on. I'm not gonna get into that because I'm not trying to.
You
get,
see what happened
you
the
know?
other day?
which is why when you said they said why
crazy.
would the government lie to you? That's when I said, well, cut.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That's
I
what that
have
was.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
tell them nothing. You have to do your own research and figure out. the
Yeah,
same
like
things.
this just me. That's great.
Has that always
actually.
been y'all? Was there ever a time where y'all feel like y'all drunk the Kool-Aid, or was it always nah? I'm
No,
always gonna
no,
no.
nah.
I'm Haitian. So
Right. my parents not from here.
like
so they,
if people
Always.
understand that, then they do. Actually, there's Haitians that probably still don't know what I'm talking about. So at the end of the day, like I just have my own mind. I've always had my own mind. The world has told me I was weird since I was a kid. I just lean into it now, and I like it.
yeah,
I'm saying, so I'm different.
Yeah.
I think differently, and if they think it's like space cadet stuff, I don't watch the news.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't.
I do hear news, all the time, but I don't watch the news.
sit and watch.
I
It's
have
crazy.
people who watch the news that can tell me what's going on, and I can decide what
It's
needs
my
to
mom.
affect me or not. But I know what the news is meant to do for Black people, and how, yeah.
Make you docile, make
Right.
you.
Or just scared, like everything is supposed to be a fear.
So
Look, we're dying
scary.
every day. Look at that. Like I already know
It's a
that
lot.
now. Yeah, it's
Right.
every day.
Cause you
And
could see that. and
Dying
see,
every
like,
if there's a riot and it's maybe white people, they don't like. You never heard about people titling different things differently based on if
the
you're
consideration.
based on what color you are. They might
Mm-hmm.
title the article differently, and it's just I feel like this place is meant to mess my brain about.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Lie.
So
Yeah, it's a lot.
that's
When you-
okay if people don't agree with that, because that's good. We're not all meant to think the same, so it's beautiful if they think I'm a space cadet.
And I feel like ignorance is bliss. So congratulations to you. Your brain doesn't have as many thoughts as mine because it hurts at times. You know,
Yes.
I'm always thinking. And it's like, God damn. Sometimes you want to turn it off.
That's very real.
I'm very jealous of some people because they're like la 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 la, like just
They're living in the matrix.
Right.
NPC mode for real.
right.
But to get back to the music, Tina, on your last project, Voice of Reason 2019, one song, I believe it was the second to last or last song, Lift You Up.
Mm-hmm.
The chorus of that, I'm not here to hold you down, I'm here to lift you up.
Yeah.
Speak to that. I don't even really want to talk too much. Like, what inspired that, or like, what you want that to really sink in the listener?
So it was for me. A lot of times when I used to write music, I used to feel like I was just writing things that were lessons for me to teach, but also learning a lot more about life and myself. I realized those things were for me. So that song was me feeling hurt from my experiences in life, but also still being the hopeful person that I am in like what the future will bring me. So that was like a love song about whoever it is in the future who I don't know, who might, who might just be the counterpart to make me happier one day.
correct.
However, to come correct, but mainly it's just about me. Like all the love songs on there are about me and directed at me, because you never know what will happen in life, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna love me. So I don't want to hold anybody else down. I want to lift them up if they're into my life, but I'm also gonna make sure that I do that for myself.
Yeah, the way we phrase things is very powerful, and the fact that you chose to lift people up instead of hold them down, that says a lot. You know what I mean? Like, you don't gotta be an anchor or a weight or a burden. It should be not even a stepping stone. That's the wrong word. Come on, help me, y'all. Like, what's
Right.
like a pedestal? Not a pedestal.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to just put people down. I like just that simplicity.
A propeller.
Yeah, a
Okay.
propeller. Like I like to live and let people live, and sometimes they don't like to let me live. But you know what I'm saying? That's not my problem. I have to lead by example. Right.
It's not my
It's just not my problem.
Right.
So I have to lead by example, and a lot of people might want to hold people down if they don't have something. But I love to see people win. I love to see people in love. If whatever the things I might not have or whether I do have them, I love to see them in the world. They make me happy.
That's very important. But I know what y'all are holding down. These GoPros strapped to y'all chest. Explain what that's about. Because y'all came in here, you know what I mean? I thought I was being interviewed. I thought I was like pulling me on me. So what's that about? Like, y'all seem to be very personal people with y'all social media presence.
I'm known as crazy.
Hey.
y'all seem to be very personable with y'all social media presence, and does that ever get draining at all? Because y'all are on Twitch, y'all are on Instagram, y'all are on TikTok. I seen y'all got the reels. So
yeah, I'm really bad with TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not that good on TikTok, but yeah.
But it's like y'all are like kind of aggressive, like with the marketing, man, but in a good way. So what got y'all in that mode to really promote yourselves like that, and does it ever get too much?
Okay, so the thing is, like, everything is content, and I was doing that before. Like, I've been recording my life on GoPro for like 5 years, and probably I have like thousands of videos. Like,
everything is content.
Not everything, not everything. But I mean, like, my process, like,
okay.
seeing myself in different, like, phases is my process, and I feel like everything is so polished, you know? That's why I decided to be more open with myself, because, like, everything you see online sometimes is so polished, everything is so, like, curated, and, like, I just want to show, like, myself living life as well outside of music, so people understand, like, there's life to be lived outside of, it's not just on a stage and then I'm at a photo shoot and like, I want to show them the fun, like me biking, me and my dog, like, just let them in more, because I haven't done that my whole career. Like, everything for me has been soft curated as well. Like, I was kind of like shy, I guess, in a way, to show more of myself, because I'm like, what do people want to see? Like, I was younger, so I was like, what do people want to see? I don't want to show too much or too little, but I think letting it go and just, like, actually being myself and showing that, because I kind of exposed my personality a little bit. Like, I kind of, like, held a lot of it back, because I didn't want people to think I was too weird. Like, because I definitely I definitely do a lot of things that I think would be, like, fun to show, and I just haven't been. So now I'm like, adventure time shit. Like, I want to enjoy the rest of my life. Right, I want to enjoy the rest of my life and show people you can enjoy your life. You don't have to, like, be so squoze up and, like, trying so hard to look a certain way. Because I know that even affects the youth now, like, as they're growing up, because I didn't have to deal with that.
As it always has affected
me.
Yeah. It affected me at one point in time, so that's another reason I love this, too, because I love, like, yes, showing all that stuff, the fun stuff, but also the very real stuff that they can relate to and be like, like, I can do. Yeah. You know, when we succeed, because we will.
A lot of artists, when they do, like, their behind the music documentaries, they only show, like, the everything milestones, the glitz and glamour.
Yeah, and everything isn't that. And sometimes if people think that that's all that is.
And for anyone listening out there, because y'all both, I guess, had y'all time circling around the industry. Chelsea, you said you were on the label. Tina, you were in Pro Era back in the day. So, like, what, for anyone listening out there, are, like, the biggest misconceptions about the industry that y'all can speak to? Like, be wary of this, or, like, you know, this is why it isn't good to involve yourself.
One, a lot of people believe there's, like, a place to make it to. Yeah. You feel me? I think that's gone now. It's been gone for a while, but a lot of people no, seriously, a lot of people feel there's a place to make it to where I'm just going to be on and rich and, like, my life is going to change forever. Yeah, that's true for some people, but, like, there's always a trade-off for that. So sometimes you have to do shit you don't want to do, like, or you get to that place and you fall off or whatever. They don't see you, they find someone new, you know what I mean? Right, that's why I don't really resonate with that. I'm like, you should just be, like, life is in waves, right? It's not always going to be about you. Your album's not always going to be out, you know what I mean? People aren't always going to be like, oh my God, blah, blah. It's not always about me. But, like, you have to understand and be okay with that, you know? Because it's a journey. It shouldn't, if you just want to do this for fame and riches, then you might just be in and out, you know, in and out. They will replace you even so quick. You be like, whoa. And they age people out so quick. You're like, how many people have you listened to? And you're like, where is that person?
But you get better with age, because, like, you understand music more.
Yeah, but they try to, like, but where is that person? You know what I mean? So I'm just like, nah, I don't resonate with that. So people don't understand, like, there's no place to get to. What it is just, like, growing with your music and enjoying that and enjoying your life, right? So if you're searching for, like, a place where you're going to feel on, it kind of leaves you depressed. Like, it'll hold you back even, because I've been there, like, man, once I get here, I'm by my mama's house, and they feed you a lie, like, they feed you a dream.
Right.
It's like the American dream, but for music. Like, they feed you that lie. But what it is you have to find a way to, like, find out what matters to you and what on means to you. And for on to me is, like, me enjoying my life, paying my bills, being able to, like, cook food, being able to create with the people I love and actually care about, and, like, and, like, not having people in my ear telling me what to do with my creativity. Because at the end of the day, nobody knows what the hell is going to happen tomorrow. Feel me? So, like, you only have an idea. But
I was talking to one of my friends, and I think they asked me about, like, where did I want to see myself? This was a while ago, and I was just like, I just want to be happy. And they were like,
you're crazy.
They were like, but is that a destination? Like, it's not going to be a place that you just get to and then you're just there forever. Now I'm happy. Now I'm successful. Now I'm, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's beautiful to just know that shit is not, things are not always going to be the same all the time. They're always going to ebb and flow, and it just makes you to be able to handle that.
Yeah, like music really should be a vehicle for you. Music should be a vehicle for you to like do other things in life. You know what I mean? So I'll say, for example, music has taken me all over the world, places I never thought I would be. So that alone is like making it for me. Like, wow, I got to travel and do what I love. You know what I mean? To some people, that's not enough. So it really is what matters to you. So I'm happy just to be able to still be doing this, you know? Like, on my terms and being able to, like, show my life and all that. I really do enjoy it.
Speaking of travel, talk to me about the recent connection, or I don't even want to say fascination, I want to say connection that y'all have with Japan. What y'all be doing over there, man? Y'all seem to be really, like, Japanophiles. What's going on?
First of all, shout out Omen44 and the Plug International. They actually came to me when I was on the label, like, 10 years ago, right?
Damn.
And they were like, you want to do a show in New York? And I was like, oh, sure. I actually always just wanted to travel. I always put Japan on my list. Like, I make, like, a mind map, because I feel like if you don't write the things you want in life, you're just going to be even more stressed. So, like, you got to write down these things, and sometimes it might seem impossible to you. Like, I wrote Japan, I wrote, like, a bunch of countries that I actually ended up going to because the intentions were there. But basically, when he reached out to me, I was like, yeah, I'll do the show in New York. And then after the show in New York, it was a great show. He goes, let's take this to Japan. I'm like, because I'm so used to, like, people just talking. I'm like, yeah, sure, bruh. And then literally, like, a couple of months later, he's like, so what's up? I'm buying that flight. You ready to go? And I couldn't believe it. Honestly, that place is, like, one of the craziest places in the world. It's so much zen for me. Like, I feel like when I go over there, I can just, like, fully just, for real, like, and eat all the food and just be a kid. Like, it plays to my...
Is it clean over there? Is it clean over there?
Oh, my God. They have, like, 3 forms of sanitation.
She said, oh, my God.
They have, like, 3, 4... There's a guy with, like, picking up the gum.
Picking up the gum, yeah.
The train station, you can, like, lay on...
The train station, you can lay on if you wanted to?
You could lay on the floor. It is so clean. They don't play with that. Like,
America, you gotta step it up.
Y'all gotta step it up. But yeah, like, they really embraced me in a way that I didn't expect. Honestly, the label told me not to go. They're like, you don't have enough fans. What are you doing over there? You just got over here, first of all.
The label is the
You're
devil,
not
trying to hold you back from your best life.
But luckily, I had, like, a little, like, management situation where, like, it was, like, some of me and some of them. So we made the choice, like, you know what? Even if I fail, I'll fail on the other side of the globe. So you can say what you want, but I'm going. And it turned out to be such a good experience. Like, the people showed me so much love. The shows were sold out. My first time ever being there, I did, like, 5 shows. And, like, yeah, it really changed my life. And they really are lifelong fans. You know what I mean? It's not like here, we're like, oh, you didn't make a song, like, for a month. We don't care about you anymore. Nah, they really check in. They be tapped in. I really love Japan. You know, look, I got this.
What's that?
It says God in Japanese, and I got the Dragon Ball.
That's hard.
So I really, really love those people. Like, they treated me better than anyone ever. So that's why I'm taking her this time. I never got to take, like,
when are y'all going?
August 21st.
Yeah.
What are you expecting? Are you just, like, going off what she's saying, or do you have your own notions?
She's been preparing me. Like, I've been, like, in Let's Go to Japan boot camp. It has been very exciting.
What does this consist of?
It means she's been telling me all the gum things that she's just told you. I had that run down, how much cleaner it is, the support, everything that you've just heard. But when you get it in a repetitive way and we're preparing together to go, it's just been fun to just know what to expect and then still not know what to expect out of, because I know it's going to be greater than I even expect. So I'm excited and I'm happy.
Right.
Thank you.
And I'm happy for y'all that y'all got to go over there and keep doing what y'all love overseas. But starting to wrap this up now, I do this talk with every guest. It's called the Time Capsule Talk. It's a series of lightning round questions. Don't think too hard. Tell me, like, the first thing that comes to your mind when I ask you these questions.
Figure it out, parents.
Right.
Sorry.
So, is it going to be a designated person to go first, or y'all going to answer at the same time? You going to bounce it back and forth?
Okay, I'll go first.
For sure.
Let's just do what happens next.
Do what it do.
Okay. First question. Who is a historical figure that you identify with? Like if you were someone else in a different time period, like, yo, this would have been me. Like, I would have been them.
Maybe Nina without some of the hardships, because I know God know I can't do some of them things. She's a tough cookie, but I too am a tough cookie. So maybe Nina Simone.
Okay.
Right, I honestly never thought about that in my life, so I don't have. Damn, like, let me think about that. Oi, time capsule.
Right, very good question.
Yeah, that's a
thinker.
doozy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, I'll be my grandmother or someone in my family.
Oh,
I don't know any of these men.
Too.
I don't know what
That's
kind of
a great
people
one,
they were,
actually.
you know, but yeah.
No one? That's cool too.
No
That's
one.
cool too.
They went through too much. I love you guys.
History
They did
is
go through.
whack.
I was like, Nina.
History is whack.
They went through too much. My people have been through
Lord
enough. Oh my God. I can't.
Okay. Where would you live, and how would you be living? Like, what would your circumstances be, your living circumstances be, if money, time, or whatever wasn't a factor?
I would live in the Caribbean for sure. I would love to be like around my family, but I would definitely go everywhere. Like, I would have multiple places of living. Like, Japan would be one, because like I said, that's my zen, you know. But then I would go to St. Lucia because my grandmother has all the fruits. You know what I mean? The food is busting, so it would be between those two. I would need an apartment or a space in both. And always, I say New York, even though sometimes I'll be like, oh, New York. But I love this place because it made me who I am.
For sure.
Yeah, I would just be traveling all the time and probably have home base in Haiti because, yeah, my mom do have a house. She's building it. I already finished building the house and have everything we need there, and then just travel everywhere.
Okay, that's pretty accurate. I like that. Very rooted in y'all culture. You know what I mean? My next question would have to be, this might be the
This is
top of the cut. Most romantic thing you've ever done or that has been done for you?
I can do that. It's really sad though, but damn. All right, so
pass.
Pass. I took an ungrateful bloke with me to Japan, and the more recent thing, like for the guy I'm with now, I hired my friend to cook for him during the pandemic, and like got him multiple gifts to go with the cooking, and like I like to spoil, you know what I mean? They be like, oh, you gotta get him in, you get him to do everything for you. I don't believe in that. I believe that. Yeah, I believe the spoiling should be equal. And if I had more bread, babe, I would have you. Get you everything.
She said, that's my baby, and I know he finna slide. But yeah, for me, there have been a lot of romantic moments. This is great. I don't know which one to pick, but I did like my time in Cali. I'll pick California times. It's not the most romantic thing because I just got a whole bunch of things done all the time. But one of the very romantic things was I got a little flower in a globe. It was like a rose that was supposed to last. Of course, I didn't let it last as long as it should have. It should have lasted for 5 years, and it was inside of like a snow globe. And
that seems like it took some effort.
It took a lot of effort. It was very beautiful. It was very gorgeous.
I'm sorry to laugh.
It looked as pretty as me. Yeah, it's okay. I don't mind. I liked it.
Okay, a little grim on the rose here, but last meal of choice.
Last meal of choice.
My last meal of choice would be oxtail, mac and cheese, rice and beans, barbecue chicken, spare rib tips, Korean fried chicken, all at once.
Caribbean mac and cheese? Yeah. Okay, please clarify.
Not Jamaican. I'm
soup
sorry,
jumu with beef.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I want soup jumu with beef in it. Yes, I want that one. Mm-hmm.
I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
I would also
soup
add
with beef.
Some Haitian food to that plate. You feel me?
We need to.
Like black rice.
Maybe
like
even
the
some
griot.
liquor. All the Haitian food. Just give me an assortment
The
of
patties.
fritai and you know what I'm saying? Give me all the Haitian
Just give me
food.
Asian, Italian, and Caribbean food. Oh, it's smorgasbord. Smorgasbord. Yeah.
Last meal is crazy. Let's get the whole feast.
I would die from the meal because I would try to eat
meal.
everything that
Period.
was possible.
I'm dying. Yeah.
Okay. If you were president for a day, what was the one thing that you have to change?
The Metro card situation
One thing,
is crazy.
Student on deck. End
Metro
it,
card
and I'm
situation.
never paying you, man. I'm sorry.
Metro
It's
card?
on life.
It's too much money to get to the train and to go through the pad and to go through the.
The rent is too damn high, isn't it? Okay, the rent.
The rent is the rent.
Damn, everything.
Change
Everything.
New York just for
Yeah,
Right.
New York. I would change New York up if
Okay.
I was the
Yeah,
president.
man, them is biting in the street. Because
They're
of these things.
biting.
Yeah.
I would
it's a
just,
lot.
I would try to make the world a better place like that.
Okay, last question. This always stumbles people, and I don't know why. I feel like this should be like a basic thing.
Uh-oh.
Loyalty or respect out of the people that you know and have in your life. Choose
You
one.
said
Loyalty.
One or the other?
Yeah, loyalty or respect.
Why do I feel like you can't have one without the other, though?
You can't have one without the.
I feel like if you don't respect me, will you be loyal to me?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll take respect.
I'll take respect, facts,
Yeah,
because
yeah, 'cause, I don't know.
you don't have to just stick by me no matter what ignorant thing I'm doing, actually, or ignorant thing you want to do and you don't like how I'm living my life no more. You can go do that. Live and let live.
Yeah.
So, respect.
Yeah, I think respect. Yeah, because
Respect.
these loyalty people are finicky, innit?
Yeah.
Loyalty can switch up.
It can
Big
switch
time,
up.
so quickly.
Okay. Is there anything you want to plug to the people out there? This is gonna go on Brooklyn Public Access Television at some point overnight. You know what I mean? Maybe during the
Okay.
daytime because y'all kept the.
We
Yeah,
tried.
you know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's an easy edit job. So yeah, anything y'all want to plug? Tell people that's coming out. When is Rogue coming out?
Rogue.
When? Yeah. Let's talk about
Rogue
that.
is coming out August 7th, and we are having a release party at Loudmouth BK.
At
And that's what I would
Loudmouth
like to
BK
say.
on the 7th. So
Yes.
pull up. Honestly, that's all I gotta say. Because if you come, you're gonna meet me, and we'll
And
talk,
it'll be
and we'll
great.
chat up. I love people and like all that. Yeah.
How many songs? What's the runtime like?
7.
Any producers, particularly that y'all work with?
Lots. Go
We
ahead.
got
Wills. Shout out Wills.
We got Stoic.
Stoic.
We've got Amare. We got Ethan Dietz and Evan.
Ethan and Evan, yep.
Am I missing anyone?
I feel like.
Romdeful. Big
Yeah.
Rom.
Oh, yeah. Big Rom. And then that's
Romdeful
it.
is amazing.
Romdeful.
He's been doing this thing for a long time.
He's amazing. I love that guy.
Are any of the songs that are out now gonna end up on the project, or is it gonna be all new 7?
Just 2 of them. They have videos to them.
Okay.
And that's Focus.
And Vogue is getting a new.
Vogue is getting a new video. We'd like to
Okay.
reshoot in Japan. But
Yeah,
yeah, it has a
video.
video as well.
What's one thing that you feel like people should take away from this project? Like we should be expecting more? Is this a one-off, or is it?
Don't expect anything.
Don't expect anything. Just enjoy. Yeah.
Please.
Life is going
For
to
sure.
life. And all I know is we're doing this life thing together. You get me?
Together. And
But don't expect a thing.
we love you guys. So this project is for everyone. That's all I can say. It's for everyone.
It is,
Lit.
though.
Lit. Okay, well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
through today.
Thank you so
know what I mean?
much.
Hope y'all enjoyed yourselves. This has been another episode of Maroon Radio, y'all. This has been Chelsea Reject and Tina. We out. Thank you.
Bye.